Okay, let's talk about this. You know that feeling. You walk into a restaurant, English is all around, you've got the menu, but suddenly ordering feels kind of daunting.
Oh, definitely. It's super common. Even just
Mm.
ordering food, that little bit of language pressure, it can make anyone feel a bit hesitant.
Right. I've totally been there. So that's what we're getting into today. We're not diving into like complex grammar rules.
Yeah.
This is all about practical, everyday stuff, phrases you can actually use to make ordering in English feel, well, smoother, more natural.
Exactly. Our mission here is pretty straightforward. Give you 5 essential phrases that native speakers use all the time in restaurants.
Just 5 key ones.
Yeah, master these. And honestly, your dining experiences will get so much easier and hopefully more enjoyable too. Less worry.
Perfect. Let's jump right in then. Phrase number 1.
Well, it's actually a pair. Can I get the, and I'll have the. These are your absolute go-tos for ordering. You hear them constantly. They're pretty interchangeable, mostly.
Mostly, yeah. Like imagine the waiter comes over, ready to order. You could say, yes, I'll have the grilled salmon, please. Totally normal.
Huh.
Or maybe it's more casual. You could just say, can I get the chicken Caesar salad and a lemonade, please? Both work perfectly
They
fine.
really do. And the difference is subtle. Like you said, I'll have maybe sounds tiny bit more formal, just a touch.
Right, maybe for a slightly fancier place. Whereas, can I get feels a bit more relaxed, good for pretty much anywhere.
And it's useful to have backups, right? Like you could also say, I'd like V, which is maybe even a step more formal again.
Yeah, or if you're with people, can we get 2 burgers and a water, please?
Yeah,
Super useful.
it's all about building that core vocabulary. Once these feel automatic, adding more just gets easier.
Okay, here's a little fluency tip, though. It's not just what you say.
Ah, the how. Yeah.
Exactly. It's the tone. Try to sound friendly, and let your voice kind of drop a little at the end of the sentence. Like, I'll have the pasta, please.
Mhm.
See? That little downward slide.
Yeah, it makes it sound finished, polite. And speaking of polite, seriously, don't forget please.
Oh, yeah. Huge in English. Always add please.
It really is.
And here's a super practical one. What if you see something, but you're like, how on earth do I say that?
Happens all the time with unfamiliar dishes.
Just point. Point at the menu and say, can I get this one? Totally fine. No stress about pronunciation.
That's such a good workaround. Clarity and politeness, that's the goal, right?
Hmm.
Pointing is perfectly clear.
Okay, moving on. Phrase number 2. This one's great when you're staring at the menu and have absolutely no idea what to choose.
Ah, yes, the lifeline phrase. What do you recommend?
Exactly. It's like asking for a little inside scoop from the server.
Definitely. You're basically saying, help me out here. What's good?
So yeah, you're looking at all these options, maybe local stuff you've never heard of. Just ask, what do you recommend?
And they might say something like, oh, our pasta primavera is really popular. It's vegetarian, very fresh.
And you can just go, great, I'll try that. Boom. Decision made. Maybe you discover something amazing.
It really opens the door to trying things you might otherwise skip and shows you trust their judgment, which is nice.
And there are other ways to phrase it too, right?
Oh, yeah. You could ask, what's your favorite dish here? That feels a bit more personal.
Or maybe, what's the most popular item on the menu? If you like to play it safe with crowd pleasers.
Good options. And a little tip for how you ask this one. Try to sound genuinely curious. A little smile helps.
Right.
And native speakers often put a little stress on you with the pitch going up slightly. Like, what do you recommend?
Ah, I hear that. What do you recommend? Yeah, it makes it sound more engaging.
Exactly. Less like a robot, more like you're actually asking them. It builds a little connection.
And it's great practice having that little mini conversation.
For sure. Language is connection, after all.
Okay, phrase number 3. This one is super important if spice level matters to you.
Oh, yeah. Crucial for many people. Is this dish spicy?
Simple, direct, polite, essential if you don't handle heat well or just want to know what you're getting into.
Absolutely. So you see, maybe a curry on the menu. You just ask, is the curry spicy?
And the server might say, it's medium spicy. We can make it mild if you'd like.
Perfect. Then you can say, yes, please. Mild sounds great. And you avoid that surprise fire in your mouth.
Exactly. It's about making sure you enjoy the meal, right?
For sure. And you can also ask, how spicy is this? That's another good one.
Or if you already know you want it toned down, can you make it less spicy?
Yeah, all very clear ways to ask. The key thing is, don't be shy about asking this.
Totally. Use a nice sort of curious tone, maybe even like raise your eyebrows a bit, makes it feel natural. Is this spicy?
Yeah, that little nonverbal cue helps. And Honestly, servers get this question all the time. They're happy to help.
Definitely. You could even add a little reason, makes it flow better. Is it spicy? I'm not great with hot food.
Yeah, that adds a nice touch. More conversational.
All right. So you've eaten. It was delicious. Chat was good. Time to pay up. Phrase number 4.
The classic. Could we get the check, please?
This is your standard polite way to signal you're ready to settle the bill in a sit-down place.
Yep. Very common, very direct, very polite. Can't go wrong.
So you catch the server's eye. Could we get the check, please?
And they'll say, of course I'll bring it right over, or something similar.
And you just follow up with a thank you. Easy peasy.
It's worth knowing, too, that while check is very common in the U.S.,
Ah, right. The UK difference.
yeah, in the U.K., you're more likely to hear, could I get the bill, please? But honestly, most places will understand either.
Good point. Or sometimes people just say, we're ready for the check. A bit more direct, maybe.
Also fine. And again, that delivery matters. A little smile, maybe a slight upward tone at the end. Can we get the check, please? Sounds much nicer than just flatly demanding it.
Definitely. And if it's really noisy?
The gesture. Yeah, just mime signing something in the air or on your palm as you ask. Helps get the message across.
Good tip. And again, that magic word.
Please. Always add the please. It just smooths everything over.
It really does. Okay, last one. Phrase number 5. This is for when you're out with others.
Yes, the potentially awkward moment saver. We'd like to split the bill.
So useful. Saves that whole, okay, who owes what shuffle at the end. Just tells the server up front you're paying separately.
Exactly. So maybe the server's clearing plates. You can just say, we'd like to split the bill, please.
And they might ask, sure, split it evenly or pay for what you each had.
Right. And you can just say, evenly is fine, thanks. Or, whatever works for your group.
It's interesting, though, because splitting the bill is super common in places like the U.S., right? Servers often expect it or ask.
Yeah, it's very standard.
Yeah.
But it's good to remember that's not the norm everywhere. In some cultures, it's less common.
So it's always good just to ask politely rather than assuming.
Definitely. Other ways to say it. You can say, can we pay separately? That's very clear.
Or maybe more informally, we're going to split it down the middle.
Yeah, that works too. For saying this, just aim for clear and polite. Nice rhythm. We'd like to split the bill, please.
Make sure they hear that word split clearly.
Yes, good point. Clear pronunciation helps avoid any confusion.
So this phrase is just about making that whole payment process smooth and, well, fair when you're in a group.
Absolutely. Avoids confusion, keeps things friendly. It's practical politeness.
Okay, so that's our 5. Can I get I'll have what do you recommend? Is this dish spicy? Could we get the check, please? And we'd like to split the bill.
5 solid phrases to build your restaurant confidence.
Right. It really doesn't have to be this big, scary thing. Having these in your back pocket makes a huge difference. You'll feel much more prepared.
And for you listening, hoping to pick things up quickly, these really are foundational. They cover the main interactions you'll have.
So let's make this stick. Here's a little challenge. Close your eyes for a second. Imagine you're in a restaurant. Get the scene in your head. The table, the menu, the server.
Okay, got it.
Now, actually say those 5 phrases out loud. Go through the motions, order something, ask about the spice, get the check, split it.
Yeah, actually vocalizing it makes a big difference. Or even better, grab a friend or language partner and role-play a restaurant scene.
Wow, that's a great idea. The more you practice saying them, the more they just, roll off the tongue when you need them.
Yeah, definitely. And another tip, watch movies or YouTube clips with restaurant scenes. Listen for these phrases. How do people actually use them?
Yeah, hearing them in context, used naturally by native speakers, is really helpful for getting the rhythm and intonation right.
It reinforces what we've been talking about.
So, final thought here. Mastering these basic interactions, it seems small, right? Just ordering food.
Yeah, on the surface.
But think about it. When you feel confident doing that, it kind of reduces that background anxiety when you're traveling or just out in an English-speaking place. You can actually relax and enjoy the food, the atmosphere, the company.
Instead of worrying about messing up the language. Yeah, it frees up your mental space. It's a small key, maybe, but it unlocks a more relaxed and enjoyable experience overall, doesn't it? Makes you feel more capable.